All right, we got somebody here for the second time. Introduce yourself.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy DJ. You know, you already know who it is. Normally I play Ukraine, Gradles, be taking people's monsters, but today I did something a little bit different. You know, we made top 8. We actually finished 4th, and we split top 4. So we made top 4 playing Gundam Sharks, or just Sharks in general.
Let's get into it, man.
Let's hop right into the deck profile. Let's go start.
Congratulations, by the way.
Appreciate you. So coming off, we have a right-hand Shark. I'll explain the effects for people who don't know. If this is in the grave and you control the monsters, free special summon. In general, any Xyz that was made with this and also using water monsters just can't be destroyed by battle. It's a clutch, it's a one-of, you dump it, and you summon it off a buzzsaw. Crystal Shark. Same thing in the hand or in the grave. I can target any water on the field, cut the attack in half, special summon it. It can also be treated as a 3, 4, or 5 for a number monster. Yep. Silent Sea Nettle. Not a shark, but a free recycle. If I control water, just a free special. You can also banish this from the grave and recycle 3 waters from the grave into the deck. Just free recursion and extender. Minaruka. It's a weird, cute little thing, but if I activate any water effect, he can chain block it. So if I activate water effect, he can trigger to special summon himself. Once again, just free extender, body. The MVP of today, the XYZ Remora. I drew this more than anything than searching it, which was crazy. This can detach 2 materials from any Xyz. Doesn't have to be the same one. So from one and another, 1 and 1, like detach from wherever you want. Special summon itself, and then I can bring back 2 level 4 fish from the grave. And it just gives you free bodies and helps you make the strong board that I'll show you at the end. Then the other card, Silent Angler. Same thing as the rest, just a free body. If I control water, special summon from my hand. Then we have the best card in the deck, Bishark. If you control a water, man, special summon and search a 3, 4, or 5 fish. So it gives you a free body, it gives you a search, it does everything you want it to do. It's also your like #1 extender and what you really search most of the time off of Ice Barrier, which I'll explain in a little bit. Then onto our other starters, we play 3 lifeless leaf fish. On summon, dump any fish from the deck to the grave. You can also banish this from the grave. Shuffle 3 fish, draw a card. So it does everything you want to do. I also play 3 Buzzsaw. Similar to Lifeless, it gets you another body, but Buzzsaw targets any fish on the field. Special summon one with a different name and same level. So it gives you additional level 4. You can summon the right-hand shark and do what you need to do. The thing that caught people off guard today, main decking 2 Gamma Seal. It was a little weird, but honestly, it's searchable in the deck, which I will explain when we get to the spells and traps. So it caught people really off guard when you would Foolish Burial Goods, dump Ice Barrier, banish Ice Barrier, dump, and add the Gamma Seal. So, you know, if I had to fight purely, it wasn't a problem. If you had to interruptions, this was just good to have in general. And once again, a searchable Kaiju is just insane. For hand traps, we didn't play that many. We mostly just played 3 Ash and 3 Imperm. But we also played, going for the spells, Board Breaker. So we played 3 Droplets. Once again, most of the stuff is like a 1 to 2 card combo.
Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Back into the format. Now the Wood Rise Heart is gone. This is clutch. I can pitch like really my whole hand, and a bunch of my stuff has graveyard effects, so this is really good synergy. A lot of, like today I actually pitched like 3 cards and just 1 card comboed, just made Zeus, and it just did what it needed to do. This card is amazing. This broken spell card, I don't even know how they printed this. This is crazy. Target a fish in the grave, special summon it, and then I can search another fish with the same exact name. So a Monster Reborn that gives me a search also. This is, if you have to, you must ash this. This is crazy. The little weird thing, I wish they were higher already, but Foolish Burial Goods. This is once again meant to dump the Ice Barrier. You dump this has a graveyard effect where you can banish it to dump a level 5 water from your deck to the grave, and then you can add any water that's in your grave to your hand. So it doesn't have to be what you dump, it doesn't have to be anything, it's whatever's in your grave. So if you want, like I said before, we can dump the Gamma Seal, add the Gamma Seal, we can dump a Bishark, or if we have other stuff in our grave, we can go for recursion for follow-up. For draw power, we're playing Desires. I consider Prosperity since I'm playing, the new stuff today, which is the Armor Xyz package. I'll explain that in a bit. But honestly, the draw 2 today came up so much, and sometimes we just needed to beta Ash and let Lifeless Leaf Fish resolve and Buzzsaw resolve in 1 card combo. Sometimes make a Zeus, and that's all you really need. Then we play a bunch of good one-ofs. Foolish, once again, we have a bunch of good stuff that triggers in the grave, and this was amazing. You had to get it the platinum rare, so we hard draw it every time. Ready Fusion, we play the rare fish, got to catch people lacking. Sharks, man, sharks. And then Call By. Drawing this and stopping yourself from getting ashed, everybody knows what Call By does, so I'll just skip forward past that. Going to the Exceed package. I don't play the spell. I only play this. This allows me to Exceed on your turn. It doesn't have to just be into the new stuff, as most people saw. Sometimes I made Stealth Kraken using this. Sometimes, you know, if the situation came up, you can make Zeus. You can make different things with this. This just allows you hard to Exceed on your opponent's turn as long as you control and Exceed. So this is really good. You also banish it from the grave, target and Exceed, and equip it to one of your Exceeds, which is going to trigger some of the new boys I'll get into soon. Then, like I said before, we were playing 3 Imperm, which came in clutch. Imperm is Imperm, and does what it needs to do. The 2 bricks of the deck, Ice Barrier. I saw this a lot in my hand today, which is unfortunate, but once again, we play Droplets, so we didn't care too much. Most of the time, like I said, you want to dump this off Foolish Burial Goods. This is not too bad, because it's like a poor man's like Mirror Force sometimes, where they declare an attack, you negate that monster's effect, cut their attack to 0 also. And it cannot change his battle position. So sometimes that also just catches people off guard. Like they'll swing into something thinking they can out, you know, your Toad or try and Fenrir swing effect, and then you just negate it. It's also really good just to have in general. Then the clutch in the main deck, you know, this plus Stealth Kraken goes in is crazy. Most people think, oh, my deck doesn't lose to goes in, or I only play one attribute, or whatever the case may be. But while Kraken's on the board, he makes everything water. So if you're not playing a deck about water, you're losing the game. That's it for the main deck. Going into the extra. Once again, the 1-up for the Ready Fusion. I honestly think about playing an Instant Fusion in the main just to be able to have more extenders and push forward more. Abyss Dweller. Once again, we're scared of Unchained, low-key. That card is problematic, but we play Droplets and other stuff to deal with it. It was just, once again, it just felt safe to have, especially in the deck. The armor package. I'll explain it for what people don't know. You can stack this on top of any one of your 3, 4, or 5 XEs, and then you can detach to search for the new armor cards, which, like I said before, we're searching for the new trap card. So it's just a combo line to help you get into the new board. Him, once again, similar to him, you can stack on top, and he has 2 effects. So if an Xyz is equipped to him, he can trigger to attach non-targeting any one of your opponent's monsters to him as material. So we were just snatch shielding a bunch of monsters and placing them under. So it just felt really good to have today overall. I'm happy, you know, to be testing out the package, and it did what it needed to do. Then we played the Utopic Draco Future package. I only really ended up making this twice today, but I wouldn't cut it. It came up a lot, sometimes just as a way to get to a 4 material Zeus, sometimes just for an extender, sometimes for Xyz Remoria, you know. Having this is really good. Some decks just have a hard time outing this. Can't be destroyed by battle, and it just threatens a lot as a monster negate and a snatch. Then we have our 2 favorite brothers. We have Zeus and his new favorite friend, or his new brother, Typhon or Sky Crisis, you know. So we have Zeus and Poor Man Zeus. Zeus came in clutch today. I'm pretty sure I won like 3 games just off of Zeus alone. Crazy enough, I'm not gonna up this to 2, but I would say this is amazing. This came up once today, and it's too new. So once again, I'm still going to test with it more, but I was super happy to have it. It did what it needed to do in the situations that matter, if that makes sense. Even just having the additional material. And it threatened certain boards to not be able to respond, and it gave me the additional turn I needed to live. So once again, good to have it. Pretty simple. We also play 2 Toad, our Omni Negate, and 2 Bahamut. One's a little foreign, so you know, we get a little spicy. But this gets us once again into the Toads, our free Omni, and then we'll stack these 2 on top to make our Utopic Draco Future package. The floating effect of this today was amazing. Sometimes I Zeused my own board just to clear theirs, triggered both of my Toads to add back my recursion, and then main phase 2, I just built my board right back up after clearing everything, which was just insane to do sometimes. So it was good. And the recyclability of the deck is insane. Then we have our pseudo boss monster, Mr. Stealth Kraken himself. He has
The man.
The man. Oh my goodness. He's 19. Most people think that's not threatening, but most of the time we make him with right hand, so he can't be destroyed by battle. But even if he is destroyed by battle or card effect, he floats into his smaller boys, which we'll get into in a second. But he has a quick effect during the main phase to pop anything that's a water, and you take half of that monster's attack as damage. And the fact that he makes everything on the field in general water is once again crazy. So this and this is just a pseudo lock, and most decks have a really hard time dealing with this. Coming into our floater from him, if he dies, Spawn, Poor Man's Kraken. He does a similar thing, but only on my turn. And if he dies, he brings back your favorite boy, Stealth Kraken. So pretty simple, I think pretty standard also. for sharks. There might be some plays or changes I'll make later, but that requires a little bit more testing.
Any shout outs?
Oh, definitely. I got to shout out, pretty much everyone here at Cool Stuff. Got to shout out my boy Donaldo, Ocean Gang, my boy Shane, my boy Isaiah, my boy Miles, always, my boy Rennie. Got to shout out the whole boys, man. They helped me a lot with testing, and this local is really tough, man. We have a lot of YCS winners. We have Kamal, Crystal Blanc's been coming recently. We have we have multiple YCS people, champs coming in. So having good testing is really important, and it feels good knowing that this can do really well. So we'll see how the format changes, but for now, I like it. Going into your side, I play back row removal, man. We're scared, but I sided this in a lot. And honestly, I might consider finding space to move back row removal to the main, but for now, this is fine on the side. Draw, Manadome, man. I drew like 2 of these in one game, and I still lost, which is so unfortunate against Manadome, but that was only because, once again, we didn't see like any engine in that situation. So this card was still amazing, goated card. If it resolves, you usually win. Weirdly enough, some people are playing, the Magnuma and Druid Swarm. I opted for Magnuma DD Crow. I wanted to find space for another, like a Druid Swarm or another DD Crow, but I was happy to have the third Gamma Seal. Like I said, it's searchable in the deck, but having another way to out like hard negates is super important, especially, for considering our deck is just usually 1-card combos. Then we play turn skip itself. This card should probably be banned. I lost actually some games because of this, but honestly, I'm not too mad about it. Like, when it resolved, it resolved. Then the card that really never came up today, Dark Ruler. I only sided this in because we have some really scary boards, like I said, with Manadome, but usually they have the counter trap. If we can bait it out, then, the board gets answered. Sprite also exists, but once again, it's kind of weird. I would consider, like, swapping these out for something else, but honestly, I think that just requires more testing. But that's it really for the deck profile, guys. Appreciate having you.
All right, man. Congratulations on top 4. Second time on the channel. Hopefully we see you on here more, man.
No doubt, bro.
Thank you.
Guys, have a good one.